In a small village, at the foot of a mountain, lived an old Zen master, known for his wisdom and his unmistakable serenity. One day, while a storm was raging outside the small hut, a young disciple approached the master with a heart full of anxiety. "Master," said the disciple, "how can you remain so calm while the storm is raging outside? I feel my heart beating like leaves in the wind." The master, without saying a word, continued to prepare the tea. With slow and deliberate movements, he poured the hot water on the tea leaves and waited for the infusion to reach the perfect color. Then, with a quiet gesture, he poured the tea into 2 small cups and offered one to the disciple. "Drink," said the master. The disciple took the cup, his hands still shaking, and took a sip. The heat of the tea seemed to spread inside him, bringing an inexplicable feeling of peace. See, the master began to put his cup down, the storm raging outside, but inside we have chosen to drink the tea. The storm has no power to disturb the peace of our tea unless we open the door and let it in. The disciple reflected on the words of the master and realized that the external storm was like the worries, fears, and anxieties that often assailed him. Just as they had chosen not to let the storm disturb their tea ceremony, so he could choose not to let the internal storms disturb his inner peace. Calm, the master continued, does not depend on external circumstances, but on our reaction to them. We can choose to respond to the storms of life with serenity, just as we have chosen to drink tea in peace, despite the chaos outside. From that day on, the disciple learned to see the challenges of life as the storms that rage outside, temporal, external, and unable to disturb inner peace, unless he allowed it. He learned the art of living in the present moment, of welcoming inner peace as a constant companion, regardless of the storms that life could bring. At the end of our story, we find ourselves reflecting on a profound truth that the story of Master Zen and his disciple has gently revealed to us. In a world that seems constantly surrounded by storms, both literal and metaphorical, the lesson that emerges is of disarming clarity. Inner peace, inner calm, is not something that is given to us by external circumstances, but rather a gift that we can make ourselves every day with every breath. The storm that raged outside the master's hut was no different from the emotional storms that we all face. Fears, worries, doubts, which often come down on us with devastating force. However, the peaceful preparation of tea in the midst of chaos teaches us that, despite the external turmoil, we can find and maintain a core of deep calm within ourselves. This calm is not the result of the denial of the storm, but of the choice not to allow its noise to overwhelm the serenity of our being. The true mastery, therefore, is not in avoiding the storms of life, because they are inevitable, but in choosing how to respond. Just as Master Zen chose to continue the ceremony of tea, we can choose not to let the external chaos dictate the rhythm of our inner state. This choice is an act of personal power, a declaration of independence from external circumstances, which allows us to remain anchored in peace, regardless of what happens around us. Thus, the message that the wind of the storm brings us is not one of destruction, but one of revelation. It shows us that inner peace is always at our disposal, a sanctuary that we can visit at any time, simply by choosing to open the doors. And in this sanctuary, we can find the strength, serenity, and clarity to navigate the storms of life with grace and wisdom. So, the next time you find yourself in front of a storm, remember Master Zen's tea lesson. Remember that beyond the external turmoil, there is always a space of calm within you, a serene refuge where the storm cannot enter unless you allow it. Your inner peace is your greatest power, your compass in the midst of chaos, your lighthouse at night. And remembering this, you will always be able to find the way home, safe in the peaceful heart of the present moment.
Thank you for watching our video. We hope it will positively enrich your life. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and join our Mind in Evolution channel for more content like this. See you soon in the next episode.